Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel if you're new here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this pageant makeup flawless, glamorous, natural look. Call it what you want. Those are the words that I'm going with. So keep watching if you want to know how that is. But yeah, let's just jump straight into it, shall we? Hello, beautiful people. Sorry if I sound a bit sick. It's because I am sick. I'm coming down with a cold, or I'm coming over a cold. I don't know if this is like the middle of it, if this is the end of it, this is the start of it. I can't tell you that, but it's a cold. It's annoying me, and like literally my whole nose is blocked, and so it's giving me like a migraine, and I'm just not living my best life. So let's just jump straight into it. Shall we do that? All right, so to start off with, I always put moisturizer on. You can use any moisturizer that suits your skin. I use a sensitive moisturizer because here it is actually. I use the Body Shop Aloe Soothing Day Cream. I ran out of it, so I can't show you it, but that's what I usually use because I have really sensitive skin. And you want to wait about 10-15 minutes for that to kind of like sink in and set into your skin before you do start applying your base. I use 2 primers. I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer, and I mix it in with the Professional Pore Primer by Benefit. And then I just literally mix that all in together. And I pop it on my cheeks. I'm going to blend it in later just so I can show you guys where I put it. On my forehead and my chin. And they're the 4 areas that I target when putting primer on. I'd never put it on my nose purely because it slips off my nose. Foundation will slip off my nose if I ever put it on my nose. So I try to avoid that area as much as possible. So while that's setting, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I got this actually as a gift. I used to hate it. Now it's like my favorite thing ever. I'm going to apply this to my eyelids. Primer on your eyelids is not necessary. Concealer will work just as fine. But I like this primer because I find it kind of gives my eyes an even base. All right, so now that we have the base, we have a moisturizer, you have all your primers, everything like that. I'm going to take my Makeup Mist and Set by e.l.f. and I'm just going to spray that on. And that should be your base completely set. Right, now I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Contour and Concealer in the shade 12N, so 12 Neutral. And I'm just going to pop that on top of my eyelid. Beautiful. Just blend that in as well. It's okay if it does. It's okay if it goes like out here and a bit over here. It doesn't have to be neat at all. It just has to be majority on your eyelid. Perfect. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. This is the brush that comes in it as well, and you can tell I've used the absolute hell out of this color. I'm going to take the lighter shade, which is the color Strange, get as much out of that as I can, and just use that as like my base color. Now, if my eyebrows look wild, it's because I haven't waxed them. So before every pageant, I usually will have nice neat eyebrows, but we don't have those today, so you're just gonna have to ignore that if that's okay. Perfect. So now I'm going to grab my Morphe 35K palette. You can use any palette that usually has like a bunch of browns and things through them. And I really want to create kind of like a brown gold smoky eye, if that makes sense. I'm just going to start off with a base color. So that will be this color right here, which is kind of like a nice light bone color. And all I'm going to do is literally just like that. So we're just kind of like packing it onto that crease area. I'm not taking it too far in over to my brow bone just because when the lights are shining on you on stage, it might create your eyes to look a bit deeper than they actually are. So the whole point is to brighten up your eyes, and that will kind of like darken up your eyes, if that makes any sense whatsoever. You can tell it's not like ridiculously neat or anything. It's just kind of creating that base there to pack all the other colors onto. So the other day I was doing hair and makeup for this little girl and her mum. And this little girl was like, I've never had someone put so many eyeshadow colors on my eye before. I was like, you're adorable. Alright, so we're going to go in with a bit of a darker brown now. So I'm going to go in with these two colors here. I'm going to pack them as much as I can on the outer, on my outer eye, and just try to blend them into that crease as well, and maybe even into the center of my eye, but leave the front half of my eye. So just pack it on just like that. And then we're just going to blend it in. It's all about making them as even as possible, but again, blending them out will help kind of even them up as well. All right, now we are going to grab two darker browns. So I'm going to use this quite dark brown over here and mix it with this like blackish brown. It's not a charcoal black, but it's quite a dark brown as well. And I'm really going to focus on that crease and pushing that inward to my eye. I'm not going to take it as much over the top, but yeah, just really pushing it in over there. All right, if you can see my eyes now, they're not looking like 100% blended and even. That's okay, because we're going to go back in now and blend that all through. But as you can tell, it kind of is creating like that dimension. So you have your light brown, your medium brown, then your dark brown. Why I don't use black is just because I find black a bit of a harsh color. And brown is a color that pretty much goes with every outfit as well. That's why I always stick with browns and try not to do any dramatic colors. So yeah, that's pretty much what I like to do. Now you can see as far as I'm going in, it's about that corner there. I put some shimmer and kind of slide it up, but I will not go any darker than that into that brow bone. Yeah, so you can see that's kind of like all blended now. Yes, you do have that harsh line there still, but yeah, that's all nice and blended out. And you can kind of see the difference. So it's kind of opening up your eyes a bit, but still like a natural glamorous look, which is what we're trying to go for. You're not trying to look too dark, too different, just nice, gentle, and glamorous. Perfect. So I try to create them as even as possible, and they're looking pretty good in the mirror to me, but you know how things turn up on camera, they could be completely different. If you can tell, I've got some fallout, and obviously that's kind of smoky at the moment, and we're going to kind of cut it and then re-smoke it. That can all be cleaned up with the foundation. So I always like to do my eyes first, just because we are working with darker colors. And if you stuff up, it's easy to change when you don't have a full face of foundation on. Okay, so to kind of wrap up this look, I wish this was a gold, but I can only find a rose gold. I'm going to use my rose gold highlighter by Cosmetica, okay, whatever they want to call it. And this is more of a shimmer, it's not a glitter, and it's not like a high, obviously because it's a highlighter, you can pack it on to make it brighter, but I just want it to be quite, you know, light. I don't want it to be over the top. I want to see more matte than I do want to see glitter. This is what I mean by bringing it up to that brow bone as well. Right, now we're going to go back in with the brush that we had that blacky brown with and just kind of blend that through. Like I said, we want more mattes than we want glitters, so I'm blending it forward instead of backwards. This is the eyeshadow all done, so you can see it looks very natural, very pretty, very glamorous, and it's perfect for stage as well because it's not using any black, so you're not going to look like you've been punched in the face, which is good. Now we're going to go in with foundation, and I use the Dior Forever Skin Glow in the color 0N. I am the lightest color when I don't have a spray tan on, but when I do have a tan on, yeah, so when I do have a tan on, I am 3N. Look at that. I wish I was this tan all the time. my entire life. And you're probably wondering why you're doing your eyebrows. I don't like doing my eyebrows yet. It's just who I am. But if you want to do your eyebrows, go for it, sis. Like, I just put the wrong color on. Such an idiot. I can't believe I just got that on camera. I promise I know what I'm doing. You're gonna kind of cut your eyeshadow. We are going to smoke it out, but right now we're just gonna cut it just like that to kind of create a bit of a sharper look. This foundation I find is really good because if you wanted to, you literally could just do this and use that to cover your whole side of the cheek. So it'll be like, this is an example, so it will be like very light. Otherwise, if you want, you can build it up like I am. I find pageant makeup to kind of be like bridal makeup, except it's just more cakey purely because you're on a stage. What? I know, what a world. Cool. So I was just making sure that was all nice and even, and it is. So that is my foundation on. I'm going to go back in with my Tarte Shape Tape in the same color that I used before, and I like to draw little arrows. So I like to draw arrows, and why I like to do that, especially around my eyes, is because obviously you want to aim for kind of like that area of your face when you're doing your eyes. So this is kind of the best way to do that without using too much product and too much concealer. A lot of people like to use a lot of concealer. I don't. I find it more of like a highlighting thing or covering up pimples. Which reminds me, I needed to do that too. But besides that, I don't like to use too much concealer. This side. And then on the side of the nose as well, just like that. Is that all nice and even? Yeah, I think that's as even as it's going to get. Now I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in the color 120s. This is one of the lightest colors, obviously. And I'm going to take my fluffy Morphe brush. I don't know what number this is. I just got it as a gift, so don't ask me. And I'm literally going to place this all over my face. So you're probably wondering, so why did you use kind of like a natural foundation and then using a matte poreless over the top? You can tell, you can still see you have a bit of shine come through just because this is not like a full coverage powder going to help set that foundation. So that is why I use it. You're like, when are we doing eyebrows? And I'm gonna be like, give it a minute. All right, now I'm going to use my Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder in the lightest color, again, that they have, if you can't tell that by now. Perfect, so we're going to set under the eyes. Now I have quite dry skin. I find this a very lightweight translucent setting powder compared to the Laura Mercier. Obviously just because the Laura Mercier is a lot heavier, so if you have oily skin, it's perfect. If you have a dry skin like me, it can make your foundation or concealer look quite cakey, which is not what you want. Again, this is kind of still just like a brightener, so I use it in the same areas that I use my concealer. We want to go down the center of the nose. This looks much better when I have a tan. You can tell the brightening of it. And that is that. Now I'm going to use my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Spray again to kind of put hydration back into that powder and foundation and set all that up for the next stages. We're going to do our eyebrows now. So brush them up. Now, everyone does their eyebrows differently, obviously. I like to use the Anastasia Powder Duo in the color Taupe. And you can get 2 different colors in this and mix them together. I like to use just the lightest shade. I might mix a bit of the darker just because, again, we will be going on stage. You want to go underneath. This is so much easier when I have good eyebrows. I usually start with this eyebrow, so it's weird that I'm starting with this one. And then I'm going to go on top and outline my eyebrow on top as well. Usually I would just do underneath and kind of do like a feather brow to look more natural, but I want it to be a bit more structured. Now I kind of stuffed that eyebrow up a bit, but that's okay because we're going to conceal over our mistakes. Wish I could do that in everyday life. The front too. And with your eyebrows, one thing I realized too, you do want to go not too thick, don't get me wrong, but you do want to go a bit thicker. Like if you go smaller than what your eyebrow shape actually is, you're going to look like you have no eyebrows on stage. So you can tell, like far away, which eyebrow looks better. This one, because it's thicker. I forgot to mention when I was doing the last eyebrow, I also like to conceal underneath. Also, for the main fact is that it adds that highlight to the top of that eyeshadow look, so you don't need to use a white eyeshadow to do that. So that is also why I like to do my eyebrows afterwards as well. I know I'm pretty weird like that. Wow, my eyebrows look so bad. Ooh, are they sisters? Are they cousins? We'll never know. Okay, going back on with my gel and just gelling those babies in place so they won't move ever in my entire life. Okay, so we're going to bronze and contour. For bronzer, I use the Bodyography bronzer. I don't know the actual name of it. My sister received this as a gift and now I use it. And for contour, I'm using the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. I don't know why I didn't know that off by heart. I'm going to take a fluffy brush to bronze with first. And this is going to, because it's got the shimmer and the dark as well, so this is going to add that shimmer back into your face, give you more of a natural luminous look, which is what we're going for, right? Because we want to look natural. So some of you might go, oh, that's as dark as you're wanting to go, no more contour after that. Again, like on stage, you're going to want a bit of darker contour because it's going to help define cheekbones, jawline, nose line, everything like that. In everyday life, I usually wouldn't contour my jawline because you can already tell it's quite defined. But for pageant, we're going to change that up a bit. We're going to bronze it. I wouldn't contour my jawline. I would just bronze it, just like that. Okay, take it down my neck a bit. And ta-da! Brush. I'm going to take a bit of an angled brush. I glued. Oh, hi, Mum. And I'm going to go in with this first, this lightest color. I would usually do the medium color when I've got a tan on, but I don't have a tan on, so we're going in with the lightest color. And I'm just going to kind of pat that on like that. To kind of define that cheek a bit more. Yep, just like that. And you can always take your bronzer brush again and blend that in a bit more. Just like that. So it's created some nice definition in that side cheekbone. You can just kind of see a bit of a difference. You're probably wondering why you're patting it and not rubbing it. I'm scared it might smudge my foundation a bit. I'm scared it might drag my foundation a bit, so that is why I'm patting it on. But it's easy to blend into the bronzer with the bronzer brush. And now I don't use bronzer on my nose, but I am going to contour my nose. My nose is naturally crooked, so it's always naturally harder to do contour on, because I will never be able to make it straight because my nose naturally doesn't go straight. It's fine. I work with it. I work with it. I'm a professional. Alright, so I'm going to take some of the yellow highlight here, and I'm going to put that down the center of my nose, just like this. Now, I'm only going to put it on my center, and I'm going to use it under my cheekbones as well, on either side, to kind of define those cheekbones a bit more, but I will not use it anywhere else. And why I won't use it anywhere else is because there's silica in it, and what silica does is it causes flashbacks. So if you put this all over your face and someone takes a photo of you whilst you're on stage, it's going to make you look washed out. Alright, so we're gonna finish these eyes off. I'm gonna do eyelashes and everything. You're getting the whole kit and caboodle. Alright, so we're going to go back in with our darkest browns, and I'm going to use a smaller brush, and that is going to be as close to the base, as close to your eye as possible. I'll show you what I mean. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Now, you don't want to drag it too far down, because that is what you're going to use to blend out. I mean, you don't want to go all the way into your eye, because that is where we're going to put the shimmer, but you want to stop probably where your last long lash ends. Cool, just like that. And you want to grab a fluffy brush and use, again, the lighter browns. And I'm using a mix of my light brown, and my medium brown. So yeah, I'm going to mix it up. I don't want to use the light brown, but I don't want to use the dark brown either. I don't want to use the medium brown either, so we're just going to do that. Just the tip. And just wipe that on like this. Blending it out, making sure it's all nice and smoky. You can even go up so you can smoke that out, like I said we would do before. Now, just to finish it off, we're going to put some sparkle on. Just to finish it off, I'm going to put, this is the only place I'll ever put glitter, and that is right in the corners of my eyes. And I'm going to put this gold shiny, it looks like the rose gold highlighter, it's just a bit more shinier. I'm literally just going to put that right in the center corner, right in the corner of my eye, not too much. Yeah, so just like that, and that will just kind of make that pop a bit, which is what essentially we want to do. So go us. We're going to finish off that lower lash line with the rose gold we were using before. Just like that. Ta-da! Am I pretty? Am I pretty? Eyeliner. Wow, I'm losing everything. Cool. So I'm going in with my Estee Lauder Pure Black Charcoal Liner. My other eye is like watering because how sick I am. You guys probably think I have no idea what I'm doing. I do. I promise I do. Oh, so I went on the inside of my waterline there, in the center, towards my inner eye, just because I wanted to. Oh, I just twitched and stabbed my eye. Yeah, so that is that line there. with my eye watering. You can tell it's not that neat, and that's okay. So yes, I just quickly did that eyeliner, and why I'm putting eyeliner on it is because I am going to put lashes on. Now, I'm not doing a winged eyeliner. I'm literally stopping at the corner of my lash line. This will also make your eyes look a bit larger as well, which is what you're looking for, which is what you want to do. You want your eyes to be large, bright, beautiful. So I'm going to show you how I did that on this eye. Hopefully I don't stuff it up. Do you see that? Sorry if you can't see that. I'm trying my best. And as we reach the inner corner, we're going to start putting it on the inner lash line instead of the outer. Alright, now we're going to grab your lash curler, your evil device. Every time I bring this out, little girls are like, what is that? And I'm like, that's your nightmares. Give yourself some pain. Squeeze these bad boys up. You don't have to use this, but my lashes, with the lashes I use, you have to use this. I'm literally shaking while holding this. Poor lashes. Beautiful. Alright, and I'm using my Model Rock lashes in the Silk hashtag 14, and number 14. So I'm just going to quickly measure these. So how to measure them is you want them to kind of sit where your lashes naturally are. So mine sit here and here, so I want them to be that length. They're easier to measure on other people, but... So these are a bit long. So everyone's different about this. Some people like to cut from the edge, some people like to cut from the center. I always like to cut from the outside. Just because, like, I feel like if you took the inside off like that much, like that to me would look weird, rather than cutting out the outside and just having that instead. So I always cut from the outside, and I'm going to cut just one little strand off. So that is how much I cut off to create a smaller lash. The glue I use, which is currently filthy at the moment, is the Strip Lash Adhesive which is latex free, which is by Lash Couture. It's latex free. I always get latex free because latex irritates my eyes. I usually have a tweezer to help me do this. They're dirty at the moment. Cool, now we're going to go on with my other lash. Cut the same amount off. And stick that bad boy on. By the way, with the glue, you want to let it just become tacky before you stick it on. You don't want it to be wet because otherwise it'll move around. If it's tacky, it's going to stick a lot better. So you want to wait for it to dry a bit. And how you know it's dry is usually the glue will turn clear. Otherwise, some people use glue that is black, just because it blends with your eyeliner a bit better. Perfect. Now I'm going to go in with my BYS contour trio, and I literally just use the blush from this, and I like this blush just because I don't know if you can tell, it kind of has a bit of a shimmer through it, so it adds a bit of shimmer to your current bronzer. Just like that. Blush is the easiest part. Gonna put some on my nose and then some on my chin as well, you know, just to make me look natural. Still, we're almost done with the same highlighter we used on my eyes. I'm going to use my fan brush, and why I'm using my fan brush instead of a normal highlighting brush is because I want it to be light. You don't want too much highlighter on, just because it can make you look a bit oily. So I would probably do, yeah, like that, literally. That's as much as I would do. I wouldn't do more than that because you don't want to look oily. Except on that top lip, you might want to do a bit more. Not too much on your nose though. And feel free to blend that as well. So I'm going to grab this brush, which had my Veil translucent powder, and just kind of blend it down. So for a lip, I always like to do a nude, but it depends what color dress you're doing and everything, but I always like to do a nude. So I use this W7 lip twister. It is a, what do I say? It's like a brownie ready moussey color. It's really, really pretty. It's rust. That's the color of it. It's rust. But you can use, again, like any lip liner that you feel will match your look. But I feel like this will match mine. And another little trick I found out over the summer from McKenna, actually, McKenna Barnes, and I'll tag her Instagram, and overlining lips when you're on stage. So if you don't have your lips done like me, if you smile, you lose that top lip. So if you overline your lips, you don't lose that top lip. So that is a good little tip that I learned as well. Perfect. So you don't want to shade your entire lip just because you are going to use a lipstick and you want to create, you know, a bit of dimension through your lips as well. So I always like to shade the sides of my lip and then leave the center clear. And I'm going in with my Girl Boss High Shine Lip Gloss by Australis in the shade Lovebird. This is such a nice, like, pretty pinky nude. And I feel like these two colors would work. And these are always my two go-to colors on customers. Bless you! And ta-da! Last final step is mascara. So I had to wait for those lashes to dry and kind of set a bit stronger. I use the Maybelline Colossal Go Extreme, and it's completely black. And I just find this the best drugstore mascara. I actually find it better than most high-end mascaras, so this is my go-to mascara. Perfect. And this is the final look. Awesome. So give myself a quick little another spray. I really like how this turned out. Actually, I look really glamorous, really pretty, very flawless, but still, like, I don't want to say natural, but, you know, like, I'm just highlighting my features that I already have. But this is always my go-to. Yes, it took a while. It also took longer because I'm explaining things to you guys. But this is my go-to for every national pageant I compete in. I would do my own makeup competing internationally, but there are people who do it better than me. So if people who do it better than me are there, I never do my makeup. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all later. Bye!